For many, respect seems like a prize that's difficult to achieve. They strive to please and stand out, but end up trapped in a draining game. However, there's a type of man who doesn't chase respect, because respect naturally follows him. He's the Sigma male, mysterious, self-sufficient, someone who doesn't need to fit societal expectations, but still becomes the silent center of attention. Today, I'll reveal 5 key behaviors of this man that transform his presence into instant authority. If you've ever wondered how to be respected without asking for it, this video is for you. Let's begin. Number 1. The silence that unsettles and dominates conversations. In a world where everyone seems to be competing to speak the loudest, the Sigma male plays a different game. Strategic silence. While others fill the air with explanations, opinions, and filler phrases, he knows the real power lies in saying just enough. Picture him in a meeting. His colleagues passionately debate, each trying to prove they have the best idea. Meanwhile, he observes, listens, and stays silent. Not because he has nothing to say, but because he knows that when he finally speaks, his words will have double the impact. And that's exactly what happens. When he talks, the room goes quiet, because his prior silence has built intrigue and respect. The Sigma's silence is like the pause in a suspense film right before the key moment. Did you know that most people can't handle uncomfortable silences and rush to fill them with unnecessary words? But the Sigma embraces them, controls them, and turns them into his secret weapon. His calmness disarms compulsive talkers and projects an authority that doesn't need to be explained. In the end, it's not the loudest person who wins, but the one who knows when to be silent and when to speak to leave a lasting mark. Number 2, the direct gaze that makes anyone nervous. There's something fascinating about the power of a gaze. It can be unsettling, intriguing, or even intimidating, but it never goes unnoticed. The Sigma male masters this art like a chess grandmaster. He doesn't stare to intimidate, but to show that he's fully present, truly seeing you, not just passively hearing empty words. Think of that gaze that makes you forget what you were saying mid-sentence. Yes, that one. While most people look away at the first hint of discomfort, the Sigma holds his gaze steadily. He doesn't blink excessively, as if his life depends on it, nor does he check his phone every 5 seconds to escape the moment. He's there, firm, calm, and this throws many people off. When faced with someone who doesn't visually retreat, you can't help but wonder, what is he thinking? But here's the trick. The Sigma doesn't use his gaze to judge. He uses it to connect or to confuse, depending on what suits him. In important meetings, arguments, or even first dates, his gaze communicates, "I'm confident in myself. I don't need your approval, but you'll end up seeking mine." And strangely enough, they always do, because mystery is addictive. Number 3, the calm amidst chaos that confuses others. While some people fall apart over the smallest daily mishap, like spilling coffee right before a meeting, the Sigma male remains unfazed. It's not that he doesn't feel pressure, he just doesn't put it on display, as if his life were a reality show. When everything seems to be going wrong, there he is, walking as calmly as if he were strolling along the beach. He doesn't rush, he doesn't shout. And the most interesting part is that his calmness makes others look to him for answers, as if he's the only adult in a room full of children. Did you know that people in crisis instinctively seek out someone who projects stability? That's why, in the middle of chaos, the Sigma becomes the anchor. While others lose their nerve and make hasty decisions, he takes his time. He knows that a cool mind is more powerful than 10 frantic ones. His calmness throws people off because, in a world where reacting quickly is seen as a sign of competence, he shows that reacting wisely is what truly matters. In the end, people don't respect those who run around like headless chickens. They respect the ones who, even in chaos, seem to know exactly what they're doing, whether or not they have it all figured out. Number 4, not explaining his decisions because he doesn't need approval. The Sigma male doesn't hold a press conference every time he makes an important decision. You won't see him justifying why he left his job, moved to a new city, or removed someone from his social media. Why? Because he doesn't need the audience's applause or anyone's validation. In a world where many seek likes to feel secure, the Sigma has already installed his own internal validation. Have you ever tried to explain a decision to someone and ended up tangled in your own words? The Sigma avoids that path because he knows over-explaining is often a trap. The more you explain, the more people question you. And who wants to waste time convincing someone who won't understand your vision anyway? When he decides to cut off a toxic relationship or say no to a project that doesn't serve him, he just does it. People may whisper, criticize, or come up with conspiracy theories, but he's not there to calm them down. Not because he's cold, but because he understands a key truth. If you need to convince others that your decisions are right, you're probably not convinced yourself. And the Sigma always is. Number 5, not seeking attention, but standing out effortlessly. Some people walk into a room as if they have spotlights shining over their heads, talking loudly, gesturing excessively, and desperately trying to draw all eyes toward them. The Sigma male doesn't do that. He enters quietly, takes his place, and without saying it, implies, "I don't need to prove anything to you." And guess what? That very attitude is what makes everyone notice him. He stands out not because he wants to, but because his presence demands it. He's the type of person who can sit silently in the corner, observing, and without making a sound, become the most interesting person in the room. The paradox is simple. While others fight for attention, he naturally attracts it. He doesn't interrupt conversations or dominate topics, but when he speaks, his words carry a different weight. And that leaves a lasting mark. He's like the guy at the party who doesn't dance, yet by midnight, everyone knows who he is. Not because he's the flashiest, but because mystery sells more than any spectacle. In the end, the lesson is clear. You don't need to shout to be heard. You just need to be comfortable enough with yourself for others to wonder what makes you special. Number 6, not reacting to provocations and staying in control. The Sigma male understands that whoever loses control loses the battle. In tense situations where others explode like volcanoes, he remains unshaken. It's not that he doesn't feel the pressure. He just knows that reacting impulsively only gives power to those provoking him. Have you noticed how provocative people thrive when they get an emotional reaction? That's their victory. But with the Sigma, that victory never comes. Picture him in a heated argument, while others raise their voices and flail their arms in frustration. He watches them as if he's seen this movie before and already knows the ending. He doesn't get carried away by the moment, doesn't yell or insult. Instead, he responds calmly or, if necessary, doesn't respond at all. This behavior confuses his opponents because they expect him to lose control. But all they get is frustration. Staying calm isn't a sign of weakness. It's the ultimate show of strength. The Sigma knows that his silence or measured response is far more powerful than any outburst. In the end, the one who doesn't react to provocations proves they're in control. And that's what earns respect, someone who can't be manipulated by the fleeting emotions of others. Number 7, being a silent observer who understands more than he says. The Sigma male isn't the first to speak in a meeting or the one who rushes to share opinions at the slightest trigger. He prefers to observe, analyze, and understand before taking action. This behavior makes him seem like he knows everything without needing to constantly prove it. While others compete to impress, he sits quietly, gathering information as if piecing together a puzzle in his mind. Being observant allows him to detect details others overlook, body language, changes in tone of voice, or even hidden insecurities in a conversation. Why do you think he always seems to have the right answer at the perfect moment? It's not magic. It's patience and attention to his surroundings. His ability to read between the lines and uncover hidden intentions makes him unpredictable. While others reveal their cards too soon, he plays the long game. And when he finally speaks or acts, he does so with surgical precision. This behavior earns respect because it gives the impression that he's always one step ahead. In the end, it's not the fastest who wins, but the one who knows when to move. And the Sigma always knows when. In a world where many compete to be heard and validated, the Sigma male teaches a powerful lesson. True respect comes from internal security, not external approval. You don't need to raise your voice or follow the crowd to stand out. It's all about how you behave when no one is watching, how you control your emotions, and the calm with which you make decisions, even when others question your path. Strategic silence, a firm gaze, calm amidst chaos, independence in decision-making, and the ability to stand out without seeking attention are traits that define not only the Sigma, but anyone who wants to project genuine respect. It's not about pretending, it's about being. The Sigma doesn't act to impress. He acts from conviction. In every situation, remember that respect isn't something you can demand, but something you can inspire. Ultimately, true authority comes from the alignment between what you think, what you do, and what you project. And when you achieve that balance, people won't just respect you, they'll seek you out for the stability they crave. Because genuine respect is always magnetic. If this video made you reflect or discover something new about the power of respect, give it a like so more people can benefit from these insights. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning of everything you're about to learn. Now I want to know, which of these Sigma male behaviors do you think you already apply or would like to develop? Leave your thoughts in the comments and share your experience. Don't leave just yet. On the screen you'll find another video that will help you take your confidence to the next level. Click now and keep building your best self.